All right, welcome back. Today is Sunday, April 13th, and we're going to jump right into it. We're going to break down last week's trades. We had USD CAD as one of our top trades last week, which had a beautiful retest of the 4 hour. Let me turn off our EMAs. And a beautiful retest of the 4 hour at a daily area of interest at this very, very strong daily area of interest here. And it had a beautiful rejection, enter, and as you can see, hit an almost 1 to 5 RR, which was an insane trade that we took inside of our pro members. Next trade is GBP USD. We are watching this one. This was never taken. It was more of a structural watch. We wanted to see the rejection, and it never came. Euro JPY, we had sales marked up from last week. We were looking and interested in taking these sells early on. We did get in actually and actually closed out at buy entry on these, as we noticed on the lower time frames. We had a beautiful, it was, well, it was clear as day that the price action was flipping. And you see here, we went up, we got in, went into profit, came out, and we had a what's it called? Shift to structure, price action jumped below, and we got out as soon as we hit buy entry right before this news candle. And it was a good thing we got out. It did shift to structure again, but overall, I did not like the way this was looking. And I know news was coming. And as soon as we got by entry within 10 minutes, news would have wicked us out anyway. So that was a perfect save. All right. Now let's reset our charts. Like I said, we didn't take any of these trades. We were just watching them. And once again, I am a little sick today. So if you hear me sniffling or anything, it's because allergy season is upon us and I'm allergic to everything apparently. So, all right, let's start with our top pair from last week, USD CAD. Let's delete these alarms here. We are currently at a very, very strong weekly area of interest. As you can see here, we have multiple touches, 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of 4 for sure, 5 here. We're in, and now we are touching. We're also at a fair value gap on the weekly. So weekly is bearish, daily is bearish as well. We had that huge sell-off, and 4 hour is bearish as well. So 3 time frames are in sync. Personally, I would stay away from this just because we did have that huge sell-off. I want to say that we will have the rejection, the retest, to grab liquidity, and then we'll continue to the downside again. But as of now, that's a huge sell-off. I want nothing to do with that, especially in today's markets. So best bet is just to kind of stay away from this pair. Next one, GBP USD. Chat going up here. Make sure I'm recording. Okay, yep. Next one is GBP USD here. Weekly is bullish. How is it weekly bullish? We have a higher high. We have the higher high here, higher low, shift to structure, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, shift to structure, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So weekly is bullish. We are at a weekly area of interest. Daily is also let's see here. Daily is bearish. We had a higher high, higher low, shift to structure, huge candlestick. So daily is bearish. 4 hour is bullish. So we have 4 hour bullish, daily bearish, weekly is bullish. So we're just waiting for that push above to grab with a close. We'll wait for the retest and then we'll look for chasing buys into something like this. As of now, I am not interested in this trade. I'll have to wait until we do get a daily close. We'll get a daily close, and on Wednesday, we'll look for the longs, and then we'll adjust our stop loss too, and then we'll chase these highs. As of now, not interested. Let's see what the 4 hour looks like. I said 4 hours bullish. 1 hour is 1 hour. Yeah, we need to push. We need more. We need more push. We need to push into this. I'm gonna actually put an alarm here at this fair value gap. I want to see the push into the fair value gap which would be our daily push, what we're looking for, and then the retest at our weekly to then look for longs. Euro, JPY on our next pair here. We got lots of consolidation. It does not want to leave this zone. Weekly is bullish. Daily's bullish. 4-hour is bullish. Okay, I'm actually going to delete this daily here. I'm going to redraw it. Redraw it here. Like so, I do like that we had to push. I want to see the pullback actually, and then I want to long it to here, looking at something like this for a potential 1 to 2. And depending on where we get in, stop lots will be adjusted to 4-hour. Yeah, where's our 1-hour EMA? I do like this setup. This is gonna be patience. This could be tonight or tomorrow. AUD and ZD. Next one, bearish, huge bearish sell 2 weeks ago, and then we had a doji from last week, which could mean that we are going to see the retest. We have a left head, right shoulder potential. We can see the retest and then sell off. Daily is, we already had it, is bullish. Daily is high, higher, low. We're going to count that shoulder now. We're not going to count it. So daily is bearish. 4-hour is bearish. I am not interested. Next one is GBP JPY. We got here left head, right shoulder. Weekly is lots of consolidation. Weekly is higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so we did not shift. So we are still bearish. Weekly's bearish. Daily is bearish. It does look like we are trying to push. 4-hour is bullish. Daily is bearish. Weekly is bearish. Okay. This could be one of those high risk trades right here where you're looking for something like this. Chase to here, go to 4-hour. I wouldn't play this. That actually don't like that. It could flip here. I do like that it's above the 1-hour. We do have a supply zone right here. That is supply. It's green. I'll get rid of this supply here. There is a supply zone here. Notice we had a break, beautiful retest. We had a push. We did come back. There is another supply here at current price action. Yeah, as of now, not interested. Euro USD. Weekly, huge weekly push there. Huge weekly push. Daily, not interested. 4-hour, not interested. Didn't take that trade. Not interested. Next one is NZD CAD. What do we got here? All right, so we have a weekly is bearish. Higher high, higher low. You can see here, so shift for structure, lower high, lower low, and so on. Lower high, lower low. No break of structure, lower high, lower low. So we are bearish. Weekly is bearish. We're below around psychological level. And if retesting a fair value gap, retesting a weekly area of interest. Daily. Ooh, okay. Okay, this is nice. 4-hour. 4 hour is bullish, and we are above the 4 hour EMA. So, and above the 1 hour. So that is concerning. Daily and weekly look good. 4 hour and 1 hour are not pretty. Why are they not pretty? We are above the 1 hour EMA. We are above the 4 hour EMA. We have beautiful structure coming up. As you can see here, there is some sort of trend here. Let's see what's the best way to draw this. I'll just draw another one right here. Right, there is there's a definitely some sort of trend lined right there. So as soon as price action breaks this trend, as soon as it keeps bouncing up here and it breaks like this, that's when we're looking to enter. I do like this setup for later on. As of now, I am not interested. I do like the idea of this just by looking at it, because of the direction. Higher time frames look good. There's a left head, right shoulder, weekly round psychological level, weekly area of interest, daily EMA, daily area of interest with a huge daily EMA rejection candle. We are on the retest. We have a 4 hour double top formation with on a retest, 1 hour, 30-minute. Okay. I do like this setup for sells. I know it looks like it already made the move. But I think right now it's just grabbing liquidity. Stops would be, yeah, we'll just play safe. We'll go above this wick here. And then in reality, we would just chase it right back down to even. It's going to daily. If you wanted to hold, you could run the risk and potentially hold it to the bottom here. But that would be, yeah, something like that. You could even take these in and just go right there. I do like this setup. I'm gonna wait for tonight. I'm gonna wait for the shift to structure, and I'm just gonna set an alarm at the 30-minute here. Where's the 1 hour? Same place. Okay. I do like this one for tonight or tomorrow. Next one is NZD-JPY. Let's get rid of this arrow here. All right. Weekly is bearish. We have our higher high, higher low, shift to structure, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, shift to structure, higher high, higher low, shift to structure, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Weekly is bearish. Daily is bearish. We would kind of an ugly triple. Our head and shoulders there. EMA, around psychological level. No, I didn't mean around psych in there. There's also a daily area of interest. We can draw that daily area of interest really quick right there. Make that purple. Let's get rid of this tiny little skinny box there and this 4 hour box. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's a round psychological level about right there. Not right there. That's a bad spot. So it's just out of it. So we're not actually going to count that. Let's get rid of that. So it was weekly. Week is bearish. Daily's bearish. EMA, structure, supply. There's a demand zone there. 4 hour is bullish. We are had inverted head and shoulders. It does look like we're having liftoff into our zone here again. So we will set an alarm for our zone, and then we have to sit there and watch and wait for structure to give us the sells. Otherwise, we're going to watch this one go to back up. Other than that, we want to see the sells. See here. Kind of dangerous right there. Lots of structure. Already rejected a couple of wicks rejection on the weekly here. Yeah, I'm just going to set my alarm in this weekly fair value gap, and I'm going to go from there. I'll put this in my watching. Next one is Euro CHF. Weekly is bearish. Daily is bearish. 4 hour is bearish. Daily looks okay. There's around psych in there. Maybe. I don't like this one really. I mean, daily looks good as a pattern here. 4 hour is kind of just pushed away though. 1 hour. Yeah, I don't like this one. No, thank you. Next one, EuroCAD. Weekly, way up in the moon. Daily, 4 hour. No, thank you. Don't like that one either. Euro and ZD. Weekly push. Daily push. 4 hour head and shoulders. Not much of a move. Say we did take this here for lower time frame. Could we get a 1 to 2 out of that? We could, but that's dangerous because you have to break this supply. All these inverted fair value gaps, inverse fair value gaps. Where's the 1 hour? Okay. We do have a shift. Left head, right shoulder, neckline retest with a fair value gap as well in a supply zone. Lower time frames looks okay. But I don't think you'd want to take it for that big. If you were to take this, you'd want to run it low time frames. Get that stop in nice and tight as you can get it. And maybe take that. But other than that, I don't like it. I'm gonna leave this on the way just to kind of watch it. But I don't like this trade. Next one, Euro AUD. Ooh, weekly's way pushed up. Daily, ugly rejection. Same thing. I'm just not dealing with this. Next one, Euro GBP. Weekly is just way pushed up. All this tariff and Trump stuff going on is just messing with the market. So some of these pairs are useless to even look at just because of like these huge candles. It's like I'm not going to trade that. There's no even point to even look at it. So I'm just going to get rid of it. And like this is cute. This is crazy. Weekly, okay. Left head, right shoulder. Weekly is bearish. Actually, we had a higher low, or higher low. Okay, weekly's bearish. Add a weekly area of interest. Add a daily area of interest. Is there a round psych in here? There is a round psych in there somewhere. Round psych there. Okay. Daily, huge pullback. Daily's bearish as well. That's an ugly candle. Giant liquidity grabbed, and then pulled back. Now it's looking to bust out of the sellers. It's looking to take sellers out. Stops would be at the high. Would chase this to the low. The stops would be large on this. It's just risky. It's so risky. 4 hour, yeah, as we're above the 1 hour and the 4 hour. 4 hours bullish. We have the 4 hour EMA below, 1 hour EMA below. I like the trade for the sells, but just to kind of follow the higher time frames. But ultimately, I'm not interested in these sells until we get below our EMAs on the 1 hour and below our EMAs on the 4 hour. So price would have to actually break way down here, then retest up here to then take us for the sells. As of now, I mean, this trade's ugly. I do like the thought of it for possibilities, but I could easily just, come up here, retest this, and then continue to push. So I'm going to put this in my underway to study this trade. AUD CHF. Huge weekly sell off there. Daily, 4 hour. Yeah. See, these just look like the euro right here. Like this one looks like this one, except upside down. For me, not worth the headache, not worth giving my money to the market for no reason. So we're not even gonna look at it. Not even worth our time. Let's grab this. Oop, let's get rid of that there. AUD CAD. We're still looking for the pullback. Daily, 4 hour. Inverted head and shoulders, neckline retest. And a chance. Something like that. For me, I'm not interested. I do think it's I do think it's gonna pull back. I will set an alarm here, but it's not worth running through this to then chase the alarm. I will be putting this in my watching. Where's our 4 hour here? Yeah, 4 hour and 4 hour and 1 hour both look good for a potential long on this. We do have an inverted head and shoulders. We are rejecting an inverse fair value gap, and we do have a very strong supply zone right here. Reject. We had a break, reject, retest of the neckline, and now we're pushing. And we have the 4 hour and the 1 hour as a rejector. We did just close above the 4 hour, which closed above the structure, which is also very good. Yeah. I like this one. I like this one for the buys currently on lower time frames. Let's see what the 10-minute looks like here. 10-minute looks okay. 15, 30 looks rough. 30 looks like we're gonna have a pullback. It looks like we already had the pullback to retest the supply, and then we're pushing again. There's that. It's okay. I do think longs are good. Lower time frames look rough right now, anyways. It's only 7:30, so that's also another thing. So I do like this one, but I am gonna wait until price action comes way up here before we're looking to then sell. Next one is CAD CHF. Well, we already can tell, but this one's ugly. Daily's ugly. 4 hour, not worth our time. NZD USD weekly coming back into this very strong weekly area of interest. Add a weekly EMA. Is there around psych in there? There is not. Daily. Huge news candle. Jesus. No, thank you. Next one. GBP CHF. Huge sell-off weekly retest supply here. I mean, the best bet would just be a buy against it, but there's no point. There's no structure. It's ugly, not worth our time. Next. GBP CAD. All right. Weekly retest. Weekly's bullish. Daily is bearish. Daily's bearish. 4 hour is bearish. Retest weeklies around psych. Ooh, okay, okay. On psych level there. Left head, right shoulder on the 4 hour potential, 1 hour. Left head, right shoulder potential. Just going off of patterns and structure. 4 hours a little too far away, so we can bring our entry just a little bit higher. But yeah, this could be an entry tonight. Price action will pull this 1 hour up. If price continues to build like this, as it's building like this, it's also bringing our 4 hour down. It might be slowly starting to loop it, but ultimately our 4 hour is still coming down. Once we get the cross and then the shift to structure, we get the entry signal here, and then we ride this bad boy down. So that is what I like on this. I will be waiting for an entry. Yeah. I do like the supply here though too. But I like using my 4 hour and my 1 hour as confluences when they're together. I'd rather miss a trade by missing the confluence than taking a trade that doesn't get the confluence and then losing. So, or even if I want it, it's just I want to wait for the correct entry, the correct confluences to then take my trade, because then I feel better about it. I'm not just taking a trade to take a trade. Next one is GBP AUD. Weekly's ugly. Daily is bull bearish. Higher high, higher low, which is ugly as well. No, thank you. Next one, GBP NZD. Weekly's bearish. Daily's bearish. 4 hours bearish. I don't like it. USD JPY. Huge sell off. Left head, right shoulder. Neckline retest. Boom. Retest. Weekly area of interest around psychologic level. EMA. Beautiful structure. 2 weeks of selling. Daily sell. Sell. Okay. 4 hour. No, thank you. Last week was beautiful. This week, not so beautiful. CAD JPY, same thing as Euro or USD JPY. Left head, right shoulder, neckline retest, sell off already. Daily had a shift of structure, higher high, higher low, retested the neckline of the, not neckline, my bad, supply zone here with EMA rejection. Doji, 4 hour bullish. Fusion, 4 hour daily are bullish. Where's the 1 hour? Okay, I do like the 1 hour and the 4 hour setup. Let's go to the higher time frames again. Where would it possibly be chasing? We do have a doji here. Okay. It could possibly push. We have rejection on both sides. According to time frame, we should be seeing a push, including, well, 30-minute just had a bearish shift of structure. 15-minute just had a bearish shift of structure. 1 hour we'll find out and within 30 minutes. Put up my watching. I don't like it, but I'm intrigued. I want to see it go up, but I want to see how far it goes up. Will it just go up to like supply here, or this area here, up to this fair value gap, just boom, hit supply, grab liquidity, reject the 1 hour, 30-minute, and then push up into this fair value gap here before it decides to sell off again and grab, because this is this is a lot stronger than this zone or this zone even. So that's at a 4 hour area of interest as well. Oops. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, I like it, but I can't, just for analysis, it's telling me that it should push, it should go up, and that we should see some sort of push, but I can't tell where it would push to. Would it just push these highs again and then reject at the daily? Which is very possible because we have a lot of rejection in this zone here. And will it continue to head to the downside, which is also very, very, very possible. So curiosity is going to kill me here, and I will watch this one for the week. Next one is, and the last one is USD CHF. Weekly is bearish. Daily is bearish. 4 hour is bearish. Yeah. This trade sucks too. Okay. We actually got a lot to look at this week. We have a lot to look at this week. Let's break it down really quick. So NZD CAD is our top pair of the week. We got a left head, potential right shoulder, looking for that right shoulder weekly rejection at a weekly area of interest, at a weekly EMA, and a round psychological level with a daily area of interest just slightly above, with a daily EMA at a left head, right shoulder, neckline retest on the daily charts. On the 4 hour, we have a double top formation. And on the 1 hour, yeah, just that. So what we're waiting for is that 4 hour and that 1 hour to come up. We want it to break below our EMAs to then give us a shift of structure using the EMAs as support to then sell. Daily and weekly are both bearish. Once we get the shift of structure on the 4 hour, we'll have 3 time frames in sync. Lots of confluence. This will be an A+ setup once we get the entry. GBP and GBP USD. We're waiting for the buys. We want to see it break retest on the daily. We want to see a daily close above structure, a daily close below structure, retest, give us our entry angle to then long to then fill this supply zone to grab liquidity. Next one is GBP CAD. We're waiting for the retest of the weekly area of interest at the round psychological level to then potentially see the sells back down into price action. Weekly does not look good. Daily is okay. This is a higher risk setup. There's not a whole lot of structure. We are using 4 hours, dailies, and EMAs to then hold us. We do have a 1 hour head and shoulders, and now we are just waiting for the proper rejection. 30 minutes. Actually, it's 30 minutes is higher, a little bit. Yeah. We're just waiting for the proper rejection to then sell. I'm actually going to put an alarm here too. I like this. So bottom. Next one is Euro JPY. We're waiting for the retest to then buy. We're going to chase these highs. We have a left head potential right shoulder creation here. Wait for the creation daily close to then buy. And ZD JPY, we're waiting for the retest at our daily area of interest to then sell at a daily EMA with a round psychological level in here as well. there. Daily EMA, around psychological to retest to then sell. Next one is AUD CAD. We're waiting for the pullback to then sell. Remember, this is the one we thought that we were setting up for buys, but we didn't want to take it because it's just too high risk and out of session. GBP USD, and that's one we looked at earlier. And the rest are just studying to see if we are right on our prediction. As of now, that is all. And then a quick little update on gold. What are we looking at on gold and what the heck happened last week? Wow. Boom. Last week we started out, I think we did like 800 pips Monday to Wednesday. And then Wednesday, it was just all downhill from there. Wednesday, we had a huge push. What is it that is? Yeah, Wednesday here. I actually, Wednesday night, or was it Tuesday morning, whatever, or night? Yeah. I actually got into this trade right here and I did get wicked out. This was absolute bottom. Why did I get into this trade? It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful structure. So you can see here, I got into it twice actually. I got wicked out once, and then I did the whole setup happened again, and then I got out and I got wicked out again, right as price proceeded to push to all-time highs. This was the absolute bottom. This was a beautiful entry, and we were getting in off of supply. We had a lot of consolidation. This was market close here. And then we had the negative push, which I got in. I got in here. I had the negative push, and then it pushed back and got above supply once again. And you can see that it was starting to build structure and strength to start heading to the upside. This was a high risk Asia trade session trade. And we got in, waked out, got in again, went to sleep, and woke up to a loss, but then to realize that we were correct. Just poor stop loss placement, which that's what trading is. It happens. It happens, it happens, it happens, and it will happen again. But that's just how trading is. As of now, what do I see on gold? I don't know. It's hard to tell you. I think we might have a pullback. It all depends on what price does altogether. We do need to grab some liquidity as we did just destroy all-time highs again. But if tariffs get closed one more time through Donald Trump and predict what gold's going to do, as soon as tariffs happen again, just sell gold. Don't even worry about buying. But that is what I have for you today. Like I say, I can't tell you what kind of gold. I think we're gonna see sells. We have a left head, right shoulder, but we are above supply, so it's just kind of a waiting game until London or early New York. Um, that's all I got. Tomorrow's Zoom is in the schedule. I believe it starts at 8:30 tomorrow Central Standard Time, which is 30 minutes after New York is about to open. Well, is opening. So it'll be 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. All right. If you have any questions, please ask now. If you do not, that is okay.